Hey, how's it going, guys? Dusty here, and first things first, I apologize if the sound quality for this video is a little crappy. I have the mic in kind of an awkward position, and I kind of have my dryer running behind me, so I hope it doesn't interfere too much. I have no idea how this is going to sound, but hopefully it works out. Anyway, this is a regular kill confirmed game on hardhat, and I haven't given you guys a regular just MOAB tips or gameplay tips video in a long time. I've been talking a little bit more about my life, a little bit about, some interests that I have outside of Call of Duty, and, just a couple of other things that don't really directly relate to the gameplay. But for this one, I figured I would talk strictly about the gameplay like I used to do for a few of my videos, and I figured I'd give you guys a few MOAB tips. Like the title is probably going to say, this is an MOAB video, and really, the only reason to watch it is the streak. The rest of the gameplay is okay, but the MOAB streak, which is this streak, is the best part of the game. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advice on how to extend your life and just how to, get that MOAB streak. If you're someone that dies consistently at like 15 or 20 and you just can't finish it off, maybe a few of my tips will help you out. First thing, throwing a Semtex right in that spot always seems to get me a kill. That is like that one camper head glitching spot. If you throw a Semtex right where I did, you'll usually get them if they're head glitching in that area. It's a little trick I've been doing recently, and it's paid off. But this gameplay is not going to be anything special. First off, you'll notice that I'm using the ACR with red dot and silencer. And that was because I'm pretty sure I had just recently prestiged before this game. Normally, when I use the ACR, I run with extended mags and silencer like everyone else. And if you're someone that is still struggling to get your first MOAB, there is no shame in using any weapon. That is my first tip. Most of my MOABs are ACR or MP7 MOABs, and, that's fine. That's not really that big of a deal. And especially if you're still going for your first one, there is no shame in using the best weapons in the game. Use the MP7, use the Type 95, do whatever it takes to get that first MOAB. Now, you'll also notice, at least through the first 7 or 8 kills, that I'm really sticking to the sides of the map. I rarely, if ever, go into the middle, and when I do, I get out right away. Now, right there, you'll see that I also left the enemy's tag there. That is because if enemies decide to spawn behind me, they'll probably see that tag, and on their way to try to get to me, they'll pick up that tag, and I'll see the kill denied on my screen, and I'll know that they're coming after me. And then, it's a good way to get a nice heads up on where the enemies are going to be. Now, obviously, in that situation, I ended up killing that same guy again, like a minute later, so his tags went away, but, the plan was to get that kill denied on my screen. It's important to get as many tags as possible to give your team the victory, but also, if you guys have a nice cushion in games and you're going for that MOAB, leave some tags, because, if you're going off to a different area of the map and you know that there's going to still be some tags sitting around, when you get that kill denied, you know exactly where the enemies are going to be. So you'll see, I left one tag, picked up those two. Now, right there, behind me, if an enemy decides to spawn or something, they're going to pick up that tag, and I'll know that the enemies are spawning behind me again. It's just a great way to increase awareness if you don't have, if you don't have motion sensors all over the place. Now, right here, you see I charged into the middle of the map because I knew that's where the enemies were, but I am not going to run out there. I'm not going to stick around in the middle of the map. I'm going to get the hell out as fast as possible. Stick to the sides. Safest area of every map is always to the sides. You want to stick to the sides, but aim at the middle, because that's where all the newbie players run to, especially on hardhat. You'll notice that I'm sticking to the sides the whole time, and I'm constantly flanking the enemies. They're rarely even looking at me because they're just running right into the middle of the map, looking at the middle, like that's all they care about. When you stick to the sides, the enemies aren't focused on you. They don't know where you're going to be. They don't know where you're going to be coming from. They just charge the middle, and you can get behind them over and over and over again. Right here, this is where I get the MOAB. This is where I clinch it. Watch this. I see an enemy run to the middle, and watch what I see. I turn the corner, and there's 3 guys. The MOAB is academic at this point. I just have to finish it off and not be terrible. And luckily, I wasn't too terrible. I end up getting them all. But you see here, that's all you have to do is stick to the sides, and you can flank them in the middle all day. Especially with a silenced weapon and a good long-range weapon like the ACR. That's really all it takes. And then you see I kind of got the MOAB already, so at this point, I don't care if I die. I'm just charging everyone left and right. And that's really all it takes. You'll notice I didn't do anything special. I didn't have any crazy gun skills. I didn't do anything, completely insane. Just use a good weapon, stick to the sides of the map, and stay stealthy. And eventually it will happen. All you have to do is play smart and just win the battles that you're supposed to. I'm not doing anything crazy like doing any super drop shots. I'm not running head on into 4 guys constantly and just getting crazy kills like you might see from the Mark of J. I mean, if you're good enough to do that, it'll certainly work. No denying that, but you'll see that even, you know, an average player in terms of gun skill like me can get consistent MOABs. It's really all about mindset. Kind of a quick video, guys, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned, you know, just a couple things. If any of you found this helpful, you know, then that's awesome. Just let me know. Leave a comment. Thank you.